Vedesangavadakramapanishadaihi Gayantiyam Samaga Dhyanavastitadadgatena Manasa Pashyantiyam Yoginaha Yasyantam Vidussurasuravana Devaya Tasmai Namah. Okay. Read verse number 6 onwards, please read. Dovhuta sargo lokesmin Daiva asura eva cha Daivo vistarasa prokta Asuram partha me shrunu Pravrittim cha nivrittim cha Janana vidurasuraha Nasaucham napi chacharaha Nasatyam teshu vidyate Asatyam apratishtamte Jagadahuranishwaram Aparaspara sambhutam Kimanyat kama haitukam Etam drushtim avastavya Nashtatmanolpabuddhaya Prabhavantyugra karmanaha Kshayaya jagato hitaha Etam drushtim avastavya Nashtatmanolpabuddhaya Prabhavantyugra karmanaha Kshayaya jagato hitaha. So, I hope you have been thinking over all these ideas. And the two types of gunas that are talked about here. Daiva Dovhuta sarlokesmin Daiva asura evacha. We shall see in this human world two types of dispositions. One is divine, Daivam, that is, when we say divine, it is rather a very vague word. Daivam means first that which is Devam. Deva is Dyotanatmakam Devam. That we shall call as the Deva, which is light of all lights. Ultimately one's own self. Dispositions, qualities, values that are based on this absolute vision are Daivi Sampat. Call it as the divine dispensations, noble, virtuous qualities. That is all based on the absolute wisdom. And those other qualities, the details we shall see now, those other qualities which have their source in the ignorance and therefore limitation perversion, selfishness, so many emotions will be dependent on that, and those emotions are Asura Sampad. Asura Sampad means, understand, Asura is Asusu, Praneshu, Vishayesu, Ramanteti, Asura. Those who revel not in the absolute, but in the relative sense organs, sense objects, and thoughts of various kinds. If they are not aware of the absolute dimension themselves, distinctly you can thus see that. If certain person, a person who is aware of himself, absolute identity, for such a person, virtues are effortless, spontaneous. Why is it people find it difficult to be what they profess themselves to be? Most people will pretend, just think of it, around the world. If you go around the world in a human society, you will come across people and 99% are pretentious. Everybody can say what the virtue is all about, but nobody is virtuous. Like what in Sanskrit they say, Paropadesha Panditya, dexterity in advising others. The person who smokes to the glory, he shall give you million reasons why nobody should smoke, but he can't stop it. The person who says everybody should be kind, compassionate, is the cruelest fellow. Very angry, very upset, very jealous. But the advice, dime a dozen. Everybody can do that. Everybody knows what he should be. But nobody knows how to be what he should be. That is why you see such discrepancy, dichotomy, difference between the preaching and the living. Everybody knows, include anybody you can call it. An alcoholic can give you 100 reasons why he should not drink, why nobody must drink, but he can't stop it. Why is it so? It's all because the person is not aware of the source. For Daivi Sampat, as we saw it already so elaborately, that is all the values that we saw in the beginning of the chapter, Avayam, Santusa Suddhi, fearlessness, total knowledge, charitable disposition, absolute control over his senses, where he knows what to do, where to stop, Swadhyaya, Staparjavam, straightforwardness, simplicity, that comes natural to a person. A happy man who is happy with himself, you cannot tell people, keep smiling. Keep smiling how? Some people have got that, motto also. Keep smiling. Keep smiling how? You should be always kind. I know, but how? You should never be angry. Who doesn't know that? Until, it's just like telling, you should not hurt people. Please take that simple statement. Everybody says, you should not hurt people. But nobody tells us how. As long as you are, if you feel hurt, you cannot stop hurting people. Listen carefully. If you feel offended, humiliated, disrespected, you cannot stop hurting people, you cannot stop manipulating people. Only when you are happy with yourself, what others say will not make any difference to you, and therefore you shall ignore, or if you want to talk about it, but you do not deliberately hurt anybody. Impossible. A happy person, understand, as even An unhappy person cannot make somebody else happy. The person who has found the happiness in himself can never make somebody unhappy. Please think over this statement. An unhappy person cannot make somebody else happy. The whole world is living on pretentiousness because unhappy people go on promising the heavens to people. The person who is not in love with himself wants to love everybody. That is the saddest part of it. Like a poor man trying to give charity. You don't have it. How can you give it? You are not a happy person. How much happiness can you share with somebody? Your own life is empty. How much of fullness can you share with people? Please understand. This is the basic principle. If you hate yourself, you think others, you are going to love others? Impossible. Because you hate yourself. And if you love yourself, try hating somebody. It doesn't work. It just doesn't work. It's like putting on a light in my head, I'm looking for darkness. Try. Put a light on your head and look for darkness. You shall never find it. And in the darkness, you can't rub your hand for light. In the total darkness, can you rub your hand for light? You cannot. For you, when you are happy, when you are in love with yourself, every disposition, fearlessness, compassion, kindness, not minding somebody's business, not gossiping, not hurting, never getting angry, natural disposition. Because so natural, to be unhappy, or making somebody miserable will be such, it's just impossible. You cannot. Please. And when the unhappy person says, I will make you happy, what it means is, conditions apply, will you make me happy also? That is where your whole thing fails. It's like a person loving somebody. I love you, yes, conditions apply. Will you also make me happy? You will also love me? Oh, that will not work out. Because you can do what you want to do. You cannot force other person to do it. It must be spontaneous. Are you getting that point, please? I can help you. But gratitude must be your spontaneous response. I cannot demand gratitude from you. But my thing is I have to help. So I can help. My job is done. But your job I cannot. Are you getting that? Your response I cannot control. That is why relationship completely break down. Because a person who hates himself wants to be loved. For what? Whatever you hate yourself for, how do you expect other people to appreciate it? You hate your nose and you want me to write a poetry on it? Think of it. Just think of it. You hate your nose, you hate your tail, you hate your whatever. You hate everything about yourself, but you want me to write a poetry on that. How on earth? Impossible. And even if somebody does that, you know it's a flattery, therefore you shall always attribute a motive. You cannot believe it because you don't believe in yourself. The person is always shattered. So the virtuous quality, understand, please. When you are happy with yourself, contented with yourself, it is absolutely spontaneous and effortless to be fearless. Whereas, when you are based on ignorance, rooted in the ignorance of yourself, you cannot be loving to anybody, you cannot give happiness to anybody. Since you feel hurt, you will go on hurting everybody. Since you feel persecuted, you shall go on persecuting everybody. Since you feel manipulated, you shall go on manipulating everybody. And that is how the world functions. So, what they live is live the life of manipulation live the life of exploitation, live the life of hatred, jealousy, suffering, but they talk kindness, compassion, love. That is why from the pulpits, in the human transactions, in any type of relationship, virtues are talked, vices are lived. Understand? Virtues are talked around the world. They will talk about how we should be nice to each other, but they kill each other. Just think of it. It's just like simple thing. Suppose there is a work here to be done. Hey, we must work. That is talked. What is done is not working. It's very easy. Talking about work is easy, but doing the work is very difficult. But we should do together. Yes. There have a lot of things to be done. That everywhere it must be clean. It must be cleaned. It must be clean. As much as you go on giving a lecture on cleaning the place, how many leaves are removed? Or the trees must be pruned. The road must be kept dry. The grasses must be cut. Yeah, it all must be done. Whoa, wonderful discussion. At the end of the 5-day seminar, more garbage is collected. That is the talking end. Understand that. Is it only outside? That clearly reflects the life of your own. Because you shall talk about being virtuous, you shall be vicious. The reflection begins from you. Please understand. If you say something and do not do it, the root is inside you. Please appreciate. These are things you cannot just take lightly. It has to be you. Fundamentally, you must change. You must see yourself. Then only enthusiasm. Abhayam santosasya. Who shall be absolutely free to work, to do anything that comes around way? The person who is uninhibited, absolutely unrestricted happiness, unrestricted joy, therefore unrestricted enthusiasm. What time? Any time. When your thought drives you down, buries you, you remain drowned inside a thought, drowned inside an emotion, your body shall be made out of lead. It will be so heavy, you cannot get up. You cannot get up. Your mind will say, oh, do it. Your body, oh. It doesn't work because you don't enjoy that enthusiasm, that happiness in yourself. That is why talking becomes such a virtue for most of the people. Talking. Doing is something else. This is what we shall see now. Asura Prabhuti. The Asura is one. Now, so far 16 chapters, detailed descriptions of virtues about one's own self, you, the absolute. One chapter is dedicated to all these unbecoming values, which is so dominant, so very conspicuous in today's generation. Every time it was there, not that is only today, but more people are educated, more people are conscious, therefore more people are manipulative, more people are dangerous. Uneducated people are like animals. You can handle them. Educated people are sophisticated animals. They shall be totally vicious but pass on as virtuous. Because the person has the very sophisticated art of, he has mastered the sophisticated art of deception. To be very cruel but pass on, smilingly, a smiling crook. Torture you like anything, but very calm disposition, like a mafiosi. Very quiet, umrata, the principle of silence, as they say. You hurt them, they will not retaliate. For 6 months they will not retaliate. You forget. You think they forget. Then they one day chop you off. Nobody even associates them with you. Huge virtue, huh? Never retaliated. 6 months, I told you, rascal. You told me that very angrily, but I never retaliated. What will you say? Look at the person. How tolerant. But I kept it in my brain, head. You forgot that I remember, that you have told something. Then one day, I switch you off. Nobody will even connect me to you. Crime, criminal, very smart. And today's generation is like that. Cyber crime. Is it idiot's crime? Most intelligent man's crime. With one check, $1 million gone. Just one hit, $1 million gone, $1 billion out. You just don't know what to do with it. More people are like that. Why? Ahankar. Because the life is based on ignorance of himself. Asura. Why? Because asusu, please remember that asusu, vishayeshu, praneshu ramantaiti asura. One, the wise one, revels in himself, use the sense object, use the sense organs, lives a life. Ignorant person revels in sensations, doesn't understand the real happiness that he is. That is why manipulation begins. When more people revel in sensation, sense object are limited, demanding people are millions, and naturally begins your commerce, exploitation, manipulation. Why these exclusive cars, exclusive restaurants, fashion designer dresses, fashions? Why? Because exclusive sensation. You want this particular food, this much will cost. Like this, other day somebody sold a truffle, that like a mushroom, pure white truffle from Italy. Just 1 pound. 1 pound means half a kilo. It went for 350,000 US dollar, meaning like some 1.5 crores. 1.5 crores, okay? 350,000 US dollar per 1 pound. That little rubbish, half a pound thing, anybody in that village will be eating 10 years back, 20 years, 50 years back, when nobody made it up as a gourmet thing, nobody made it as a specialized thing, nobody thought it as a sensational thing. But today's world, we have said, this is very special. Nobody else can eat, only few people. Prices, who? More money in the market, truffles are very little. Exclusive pashmina, exclusive satus, exclusive shawls, exclusive cars, exclusive jewelry. What it comes? Fortune. Why? Because Vishayeshu Ramante, everybody wants that sensation. So whoever can pay for it. So when you go on this competition mode, what will happen to the world? Deception is inevitable. And that is what you see now. Asusu Vishayeshu Ramante iti asura. Today's world, whole generation, more educated and totally more and more involved with a sensation-oriented civilization, where even the religion also has come into sensation orientation. Meditation means what sensation you get. Oh, there was a shivering throughout the body. The spine, electricity flow. And my head, I felt so light. I went up. Huh? And then I had a bursting light, red, green, yellow. And I felt so... Swamiji, that feeling is not coming again. This is spiritual hunting. Spiritual sensation. When I was in the mountains, when I was under a tree and Ganges, I got into Ganges. Oh, that feeling I am not getting anywhere again. It touched me. Huh? She touched Guru or something somewhere. I never got it. So you are living with the memory of a sensation. Previously you lived with the memory of a sensation of your lover, your beloved, your husband, your wife. Now you are living with the sensation of spiritual type. What you consider spiritual? Sensation hunting. Stay 5 days, stay 10 days, this will happen, that will happen. Look at this, look at that. Asura. Understand? And because of that, what will happen? When you do that, when your life is based on these relative sensations, what will happen? You shall do anything for that sensation. I want that car, I'll do anything for that. That is why there is so much of drug dealing, doping, prostitution, black marketing, black marketeering, all the type of illegal trades and business. For what? If the person wants, I want a Lamborghini. Yesterday 2 Lamborghinis were burned down in a Madras airport. We are just Lamborghini, top model cars, a racing car. Who brought it? He was going to Dubai. He came here for something. Why do you want that fanciest car? Why people want it? Sensation. 300 kilometers per hour. Adrenaline flows. I want my private jet. I want to go down the thing. I want bungee jumping. Skydiving. Parasailing. All these adventurous trips. What are they? Sensation. Same thing also, some people look for it in paradiving, parasailing, bungee jumping, rapid, riding a rapid. Some people want it, being touched on between the eyebrows, somewhere in the body, looking for a spiritual sensation in meditation. And each one says the other fellow is stupid. Forgetting. Each person is a slave of a sensation. Truth, yourself, the happiness is not a sensation. So those who are based on it, what shall happen? They will not know how to move about in their life. Pravrittim cha nivrittim cha janana vidurasura. Asuraha janaha na vidu. Ignorant people, those who are thus are craving for sensation of various kinds, losing sight of the real happiness that they are, they shall not know what is pravritti, what is nivritti, what they should do, what they should not do, where they should go, where they should not go, what they should do, what they should not do. Meaning thereby, don't know where to look for the happiness. Why? Because the person is not aware of himself. So every time they are looking for happiness where? Where it is not. If you decide, please see that, if you think your happiness is in sensation, how vast will be your land of search? Billion things outside. Every sound, every touch, every taste, every smell, every sight, never ending. That is why Bahushakha Yanantasya buddhayo abhyavasainam. We saw it in the Gita 2nd chapter. Bahusakha anantasya buddhaya abhyavasainam. Abhyavasai, indiscriminate person. Vyavasayatmika buddhi. One who is absolutely sure of himself, happy with himself. Vyavasayatmika buddhi. What is happiness? Me. Not enemy. Me. I am the happiness. Absolute confidence. No problem. If you lose that one, you shall lose in infinity. You lose one, you shall be searching for the entire universe. In every sound, touch, taste, smell, sight, and that shall be a never-ending pursuit. Therefore, pravritti nivritti na jana. The person never know where to stop. And since you have valued that particular sensation for your happiness, or that particular man or woman for your happiness, or that particular something for your happiness, not only you shall try to protect it by all cost, not only you shall try to protect it at all cost, the other person will try to rob it from you at all cost. Naturally, therefore, lovely problems around the world. Whatever you are getting that, I consider this flower is the most beautiful. And that's in my position. So, what shall you do? If you want that, just knock me out. Or steal it. So, theft and murder. Just the game of the day. Yesterday, there was a news report. Around the world, rape is increasing 10 times. Between 10 years, it is 10 times it has gone up. Sexual abuse, rape, 10 times, imagine. What is happening? World is becoming more and more civilized. Unwilling, understand, unsolicited, unwilling imposition of somebody on somebody. You force, destroy somebody, understand. Rape does not mean only physical, that is a devastation, destruction. But also, mentally being raped, ideas which are not authentic, pushed. If somebody has been told, look for money, your life shall be, your problem shall be solved, are you getting the right direction, or you are confused for the rest of your life? Not knowing what you want, some other person fixes up my destinations in life. Where shall you go? If physical, that unfortunate physical rape, call it whatever, both men and women both are raped. You should see that report, it's horrible. So in case that has gone up, it is going up because mentally we are totally deranged. Because a physical assault begins with the mind. You cannot cut down a tree unless you want a particular wood in your head. You shall not go for somebody or something unless you feel empty inside you. You want to tell people, don't do this, these do's and don'ts, and most of these religions, especially very orthodox theologies, they shall tell you, you shall do this, you shall not do this, do's and don'ts. That's fantastic for a boy, for a baby. Growing up, do's and don'ts are excellent. For a 25-year-old grown-up baby, you cannot do that. Then the baby will learn to talk about it, but shall never leave it. Because that baby, 25-year-old, 30-year-old, must need to know about it, understand it very clearly as to why he should not do something. Because he is at rest with himself, comfortable with himself. Without that, that is why total self-awareness. We are making people, because of our modern day education, you are making conscious and more people self-conscious. More educated, more self-conscious you are. And therefore, you shall be aware of your limitations. And therefore, you shall struggle to go out of that limitation. And therefore, you shall engage in any activity in order to take away that emptiness from your head. Jungles can be destroyed. Mountains can disappear. Everybody wants marble. Marble mountains shall go away. Everybody wants mahogany. Everybody wants the best wood in the world. Wood will go away. Everybody wants best material. Those things will go away naturally, because man is craving inside. You cannot stop environmental disaster without changing the person himself. Because one person's demand can destroy the whole country. Forget million people. One person. Just one person wants everything. It can destroy everybody. You want an example? Go to your kitchen. Any food time, you sit down there. Suppose there are 20 chocolates are there. 20 people are here, 20 pieces of chocolates are kept. One fellow, without looking here and there, taking, he finishes up. And by chance you challenge him, who ate it? I don't know. Himself has done it. But he'll say, I don't know. And it's so convincing that lying is. You don't know what to do. Other people are denied. Just 20 chocolates. Imagine. The whole world is there for exploitation. Everybody wants to be, I'm the billionaire, I'm the richest billionaire. For you to be billionaires, billions must lose billions for you to be a billionaire also, no. How will you be monopoly? You'll have the monopoly without closing down other people's little business. You cannot. That is why these huge shopping malls, when comes up, big, distributing, like Walmart and other, they come in, local vendors are out. You don't see it in other countries anymore. Now it is going to, in European countries, American countries, farmers market once in a week, little bit thing. In poorer country, the whole roadside is a market. Because everybody puts up his fare. You go to Thailand, other places, poorer countries also there, everybody, water, the market on the water itself, the boat, they will pick up everything they bring. Just think of it, please. Asura Prakriti. Long before you graduate into the macro problem, world's problem, please understand your problem. Because of the emptiness inside, pravriti nivritti you shall not know. Don't sleep, you will sleep. You must sit down in contemplation for half an hour. Never. Go for exercise every day. Easy to sleep. Who wants to walk? Pravriti nivritti. Just take one. Are you getting that point, please? Simple thing. Working and sleeping. Between the two, be honest. Which one will choose? Just average person. Between working and sleeping, which one will choose? That is why when somebody asks you, can you do this? You will give two reasons why you should not do this. If one person asks you, can you do this please? Can you sweep that floor? It's already 10 o'clock, we should not sweep. Anyway, already dirt is there, no? So tomorrow we shall do, then it will be easier. Ah, that's right. Thank you for the advice. Why? Because the person doesn't want to shake his limb. Laziness. Tell him to go and rest. Oh, happy days. Why? Sleep. Just think. Why people don't want to take responsibilities? If you take responsibilities, you have to be conscious. To take responsibility, you have to be conscious. You cannot be unconscious and responsible. It just doesn't work. Unconscious means irresponsible. And having acted irresponsibly, you want to justify it is fantastic. Oh boy, that makes it absolutely glorious. It's just like a person said, somebody asked him, can a man live with a hands in hands in the pocket, meaning doing nothing? Can a person be alive with just his hands in the pocket? This is attributed to George Bernard Shaw. I don't know how far it is true. And he said, forget it, it doesn't matter Bernard Shaw, why attribute, just take an example. Can somebody live with both the hands in the pocket and hanging around? The intelligent man said, yes, as long as those hands are in somebody's pocket. In somebody's pocket, you can keep it and you can be very living happily. Oh, I don't know do anything. Why? My father's inheritance. My mama has left behind these things. I work for somebody who has so much of money. I don't have to do anything. My hands are in that pocket. So I don't have to do anything. Wonderful. Laziness. Understand? Pravrittim nivrittim. So look at yourself. Don't try to lose yourself in the problems of the world. That is a huge mistake again we commit in the name of religion. Your heart is wailing, groaning, moaning for other people. Yourself is the first groaner. You are so empty. How are you going to fill up somebody's life? If you are a beggar in the street of life, how are you going to enrich somebody? No beggar can give except exploit. Please understand. And today it is happening much more effectively in the realm of religion. Religions are big source of business, commerce. There is no wisdom there. Sensation hunting, sensation selling. People look for sensation, quick fix. So people are selling quick fix sensations. I shall hug you, I shall touch you, I shall do this to you. The other man also has no time for thinking. You know, the other day there was a program going on. There are 5,000 people coming in. For what? There is an evening of bhajan, singing. See, Swamiji, nowadays people are becoming very religious. Why? They are coming for singing things. I said, this is pop religion. This is not religion. People coming for singing. Previously they were crowding maybe in a somewhere, maybe a pop festival, music festival, rock festival. Now they are sitting down for evening, bhajan sandhya. An evening of bhajan. But it's all what? Singing. How much thinking? Invite them for a evening of discussion. How many people will come? Just invite people. Today will be an evening of mind blasting, brainstorming, thinking. Invite everybody. Put free. It's free. If you hire a hall which is more than 50 people, you will be losing. And tell people, free evening of music, dance, free. And fix up a 50 room hall, you will be stampeded. You have to open it, open air. We are open air. Why? 20,000 people, idiots, sitting down there, clapping. Feels very good about it. The organizer has to take right. See the popularity of our guru. So many people have come. Have they come for you or they come for the song? It happened yesterday. When I was in Orissa, we had to do some, that is why, because emergency situation, I had to go there because you have to sign a document giving some land to a particular college. The person, when he went to a signing authority, the person is the top boy there, top brass, sitting there. So when you go there, these gentlemen look at us. Naturally, why should you look at? Neither you expect to be looked at. Hundreds of people. Abba, it's a mess. We have to stand there and wait there, our call, and waiting there, finish it up. And this other person who had taken me, oh, Swamiji, please sit down. I said, why are you worried? I am standing here. You just do your job. When it is finished, you tell me when I sign, I'll sign. I am standing. No, go and sit down. Don't worry about it. Just leave it. Sitting there. Then after some time, another person saw us who knew the top boss of this man, who is the authority who has to sign it. So that person came, he comes, good evening, namaskar. I said, namaskar. Now see the reaction of the other man. Because his boss has come and telling namaskar, good evening, and taking me there. Oh, he gets up from the chair. Oh, Swamiji, bending down and because he must impress his boss that how he is courteous to me. Same person half an hour back, 20 minutes, 45 minutes standing, nothing. Am I that stupid to know that he is respecting me? I know he is respecting his boss. And that is how he should be, because that's what his life is. Why am I worried? If I am sitting down, I have gone to sign up. Whether sitting by his chair I am signing or standing on the land, on the dock I am signing, who cares? That's my job. Just sign in and go. Let him be where he should be. Respect, because that's the position. So if the person thinks, look, 20,000 people are come for the music, look at their popularity. Popularity of what? Guru or the music? Popularity of the sensation or the Guru? One who dispenses a sensation. I touch. 1,000 people are standing there to be touched. They want touching sensation. Don't worry about it. Please, it's a tough thing, sir. Looking at yourself becomes so difficult because, as we saw in Kathopanishad, no, paranchigani svetuna swayambhu. The man has been destroyed by a set of sense organs, who is by nature extrovert. Tasmat param pashyati. Therefore, everybody looks out. Sensation hunting. Therefore, they shall not ne pravrittim cha nivrittim. Na saucham na pichachara. Neither he shall have the achara, the right behavior. Another name for the Guru in tradition is Acharya. Acharya because Acharati iti Acharya. One who leaves the understanding that he has. If I say I am the happiness, I must work out of fulfillment, not looking for fulfillment. That is Achara. If I say I am immortal, absolute fearlessness. Again, I am absolute happiness. And then miserable for every little something in life. What stupid Achara. Understand? This, you must see it very clearly in your own life. Before passing on these little dictations to somebody, you first see in your life. Na satyam tesu vidyate, they shall be liars. The person whose source of living or source of functioning, inspiration, ideal is limited individuality, selfishness, thoughts and sensations, that person shall be a liar. Tesu satyam na vidyate, they shall never true the truth. Why? You are living a lie. Why are you living a lie? Because you are a lie. Your individuality is a lie. Therefore you shall live a lie. You are stuck on the individuality. If you are based on the truth, absolute, your life shall be true. I don't want. I want. I like this. I don't like. Clean. I want to do. I don't want to, don't do. But the liars will be manipulative. That is why you shall have 99% Rakshasas in this world. You can't deal with people because the person says something, does something. What do? You say, can you do this? Oh yeah, of course I'll do it. It has not done. Why didn't you do it? Some other reason. Frustrated. You don't know what to do. I relied on you. Then, once I cannot rely on you, then you tell, nobody relies on me. How? How will people rely on you if you are not reliable? You say something, you don't do it. But the worst part of it is such a person who lives a lie, who is a lie, demands everybody else must be absolutely honest. That is the huge pain. I am a lie, but I want everybody else to be absolutely honest. Why? So that I can be lying without any type of interference. Whatever I say, right. Hey, but that's not right. So you are not believing in me? Huh? Strange behavior. Understand? Satyam teshuna vidya. So, that's why I was telling you, every day, the moment you wake up, long before you wake up to the world, you open your eyes to the world. When you open your eyes, you see. Long before you open your eyes, you are already conscious. Can you be conscious before you open your eyes to the world? Waking up is not opening the eyes. Waking up is to be conscious. From ignorance, you are totally ignorant of yourself in deep sleep. First you wake up. Wake up means be conscious. Then open your eyes and move into the world. Step out of the bed. You shall leave the truth. L-I-V. If you do not do that, you shall leave the truth. L-E-A-V. You can really play on the word. Mistakes. Asatyam teshu na vidyate. And what is the asatyam apratishtamte jagadahuranishwaram? Such people, asatyam apratishtamte, asatyam. Their whole living is a lie because they are a lie. He is not knowing about himself. You know how it is. Why you cannot rely on people? Because they don't talk. Moods talk. You are in a good mood? Yes, I will do it. They are in a bad mood? I can't do it. How are you? Wonderful. How are you? You don't know whom to irrigate. It's just like a multiple personality. There is no, he is not aware of himself. The moods governing the person. Tasmad asatyam. In one mood, very cute. Another mood, you don't know what to do with it. Asatyam. Your moods are changing. Therefore, you are also changing, continuously changing. You are in a good mood. Oh, you want 5 rupees? Why 5? Take 50. Another day, can you give me? I'm the only one to give or what? Oh, what happened? Just think of it. You know. Oh, he's such a nice man, so nice. Then you are in a bad mood. Rascal, he's an idiot. Don't talk about it. What happened? So, according to your mood, the description of people will change. According to your mood, the description of things will change. You are in a good mood, everybody is nice. You are in a stupid mood, everybody is a Rakshas. So what is Satyam? What is the truth? And how much shall you rely on that man's descriptions? That is why witness. In a court case, when the witnesses go on differing, giving differing statements, the case is dismissed because it doesn't know the truth. And people, do they not say, I don't know, Swamiji, how to deal with that person. If I do, it is wrong. If I don't do it, it is wrong. I don't know what to deal with it. So first ask yourself the question, how do you deal with yourself? As the other person is living with changing mood and you are complaining, are you a person changeless, absolute? No. You are very comfortable looking at other people's changing moods, but you are absolutely oblivious, unaware of your own limitation. You don't understand that your own expectations are changing, as you are not aware of yourself. Asatyam. Tasmat apratishtamte. Unsettled in life. Jagadahuranishwaram. Unsettled in their life. And they shall say, Jagadahuranishwaram. The whole creation, there is nothing else is existing. It's all natural. Yerke is in Tamil they call it. Everything natural. There is no God. Jagadahuranishwaram. There is no God. There is no truth. There is no arrangement. It's a chaos. There is no cosmos. There is no God, no truth, nothing. Person is not even aware of himself. Naturally, that is the source of everything. Jagadahuranishwaram. Then how did this creation come into existence? Aparaspara sambhutam kimanyat kamahaitugam aparaspara sambhutam stri purushayoho anyonya samyogat jagat sarvam sambhutam. The creation comes from the association, mating of the man and woman, male-female principle. Finish. There is no creation. There is no creator. There is no such thing. Kimanyat kamahitugam. Lust is the supreme emotion. Kimanyat kamahitugam. Is there anything other than lust? Kama. Understand that? That is why this sexual physical sensation runs supreme. Why the world, running, so many people today, you think of it. Imagine. First, because medicines are there available, more people are alive. People those days were living like animals, but they did not know about it. Childhood, I mean, how many women who are, especially women victim, how many women who are dying during the childbirth? And women had no choice in bearing the child, like animals. Just be honest and see. Women had absolutely no choice in bearing the child. Women were dying. Today, more children are available because of the medicines, facilities are there, more children alive, women are there, no problem. But this thing about what is there something which rules your life? Ask average person. The moment you are educated, ask. The moment you are educated, what is there something really grabs your mind when you are grown up? In a school, college, you are 15, 16, 17, 18. As you are growing up, what attracts you more? The class in the college or the students in the college? The classmates are more interesting than the class. Naturally it comes, naturally. The boy, the girl, heavy attraction. Why is it so? Is there anything better than the physical sensation? Think, please think of it. We have described it elaborately before, just to see that again. Kama hitukam. Kim anyat kama hitukam. Without that lust, which involves all the five sensations. You hear, you touch, you taste, you smell, you see. Everything, all the five sensations are there. And naturally, even after being a millionaire, you have achieved your money, you have achieved your education, whatever you got, then I need a man, I need a woman, which is naturally comes to people. And for the sake of a man, for the sake of a woman, you shall sacrifice the whole empire. A kingdom is abdicated, a throne is abdicated. Why? I like that girl or like that boy, like that man or woman. Especially when you are that age group, 15, 20, 25, 30, blood is hot, hot-blooded animals. For a boy or a girl, anything you can sacrifice. Job is gone. Parents are useless. Anything to be sacrificed. Then after a few days, when you cool down, then you go back to your father, you want to go back to your mother, you want to do everything. I made a mistake, I should not have been lost, why did I do that? But by the time, as they say, when the honey is in your palm, you can lick it up, right? The honey is here, lick it. When the honey goes here, please reach it. The honey flows down from here to here, please lick it. You cannot reach with your tongue this area. Is it too late? Before you make a mistake, you must know what you are doing. That education is not given. We are introduced to sense objects, but we are never introduced to how to enjoy. Education means being introduced to the wide world of sense objects. You take your children to hotel, restaurant, food, place, sightseeing, music, everything. How do you enjoy it? Just enjoy. How? Enjoy means losing yourself. Relationship also means losing yourself for some time. So when you lose interest in that enjoyment, life collapses. If you don't like the TV, you can switch it up and keep in your room somewhere. Nobody will know. You bring a man or woman and you are switched off inside, beginning of the headache. The other one will feel neglected. Why? What happens? heavy emotions. The person who is feeling miserable will not let you stand alone. If I am in the trap, you must also be dragged into the trap. Or else how will you feel happy? We are happy together, we are happy. And I am miserable, so you also must be miserable. Or else, why? Because somebody's happiness is no more somebody is no more dependent on that something for happiness. That is why when you make the person, when you introduce the child, youngsters, to the whole world, the most important thing is introducing to himself, so that happy with himself. And thereafter, sensibly, you go to your sense perception. You know how to enjoy, not to enjoy. Secular means mindless indulgence, mindless enjoyment. Religious means mindless denial, mindless austerity. Both are useless. In self-awareness, you know how to enjoy, how to renounce, how to do anything, because you are happy with yourself. Anyway, when the person doesn't know, kimanyat kama hitugam, that is the supreme thing in the head, lust, passion, desires of many kinds. How? This is not, you shall see the description, next 15-20 verses description. Etam drushtim avastabhya, nashtatmana alpabuddhaya, esham drushtim avastabhya. This is the vision, listen, this is the vision which governs their life. What is that? Kimanyat kama haitugam. Is there anything other than the lust? My girl is the supreme. My boy is the supreme. My sex is supreme. My sensation is supreme. Around that, your whole life is moving. Think. Why the adult relationship, there is so much of confusion? You are working in an office, you are in a good job, you are getting good money, you have your car, you have your house, you have your telephone, you can go around the world, you have got good dresses, you have got imported things, everything. Everything you have at your disposal, think of it. Everything at your disposal. But what are you thinking about? You are not thinking about your dress, you are not thinking about your shoes, you are not thinking about your car, you are not thinking about your watches, you are not thinking about your job. You are thinking about the woman who cheated me, or loves me, or hates me. Thinking of a man who does that to you. A human relationship. Understand? Continuously, it's a background music. Everything else doesn't matter. One thing. Why? Kimanyat kama hitugam. What else in life? Understand? So in case that happens in your life, what will happen? You shall do every mad thing because of that. All compromises in business, all compromises, people hitting people, because you are miserable. Naturally it happens. Your whole life will be moving centered around that. Tasmad nashtatmanaha alpabuddhaya. Nashtatmana. Nashta atma. Mindless. Your mind is gone. Discrimination is gone. Nashtatmana. Alpabuddhaya. Lesser intellect. No discrimination of any kind. If you talk to them, the person will not understand. Will never understand. Because stuck on one thing. That man, that woman. Please think, if you can think, if you are still free to think, who is more important? Me or that man, that woman? Who comes first? In my life, who comes first? Me or that man or that woman? Who comes first? That man. Are you getting that? How simple it is. That woman? First you come. So before you start blaming that, first think of this. But you are not supposed to think of this. This is where you are psychologically, literally decimated with the wrong thinking. Because thinking about yourself is selfish. There cannot be greater tragedy than that. You better learn to think about yourself. You are the beginning. If you are not there, your world doesn't exist. If you are not there, your perceptions mean nothing, your thoughts mean nothing, your memories mean nothing. You are the beginning. Understand? The person for whom money is more important than him, he sacrifices himself for money. While making money, you sacrifice yourself. Have you not seen people neglecting their health completely? Why? Making money. For enjoyment, you destroy yourself. Drinking, smoking, doing anything. You completely destroy yourself. You don't understand. In the process of your so-called enjoyment, if you are destroyed, what type of enjoyment is that? Then what shall I do? Knowledge. This is sattvika, sattva pradhana, sattva suddhi. When you are getting the knowledge of yourself, you are enjoying more and more. I am the happiness itself. Thereafter, sensation we can have. Which one? As it comes. Organize one also, organize one. Don't want it, don't want it. But happiness in myself. Sattva sansuddhi. Absolute confidence in yourself. Or else, for the sake of your personal happiness, in the name of enjoyment, you are really sacrificing yourself. It's like drinking, the drunkard is gone. You think you are enjoying the drink. In the process, you are dead. You think you are enjoying a relationship. In the process, you are destroyed. Are you getting that point? In the process of enjoying a relationship, you are getting destroyed because you don't know. Just like you get addicted to drinks, addicted to drugs, addicted to food, you get addicted to sex, you get addicted to a man or addicted to a woman. When you get addicted to something, any addiction will destroy you. Somebody gets addicted to honor, respect, position, power. Oof. And don't say, I am not addicted to anything. Only one addiction, enough. Just enough. You don't have to have 100 holes in a pot for water to go. One hole is enough. All the water will go. Understand? How do you enjoy when in the process you are destroyed? First know yourself. If you know yourself, then avayam santasa suddhi, that beautiful dispositions of fearlessness, happiness, all these things there. But anyway, let me not go into happiness again and again. Let us talk now, concentrate on non-happiness. This is how nashtatmanaha alpa. This is today's world. Any time it was there, today it is more visible. More visible. Nashtatmana alpa buddhaya prabhavanti ugrakarmana khayayo jagato hita. Prabhavanti ugrakarmana bha prabhavanti. They become cruel actors. Ugrakarma. Krura karmana, hinsatmaka. Violent people. And today is that you see. What is mafia doing? What is the terrorists doing? What are these Naxalites doing? What are these so-called businessmen also doing? One shoots down with a gun, another shoots down with your money. Think of it. One shoots down with a gun and kills you. Other fellow is gentle shooter, killing with this object, that object, this object, that object. You are slow death. One is slow death, other is quick death. Ugrakrama Prabhavanti. These terrorists and this all these stuff, people, those who are like thieves and bandits and all the type of people who mindlessly go on killing others. They don't understand. You cannot talk to them. Ugra karma. For no reason you can destroy somebody's life. For no reason. I mean, sometimes you are forced to, like this war, but those subjects we'll discuss some of that already. You have talked a little. But ugra karma pravanti. If you are ignorant, unhappy with yourself, you shall be so cruel without your being aware of it. Without yourself being aware of it, you shall be cruel. Simple thing is, like suppose you are eating food. Think, you are a conscious eater, unconscious eater. You are eating food. The other person is also taking food. Anytime you are conscious, you know that other person is eating food. Then you know the other person likes something. Other person likes something. It happened other day. We are together. We are 2 people supposed to eat. Suddenly other 3 people came in. So 5 people, okay, come on, have food. Then when they are giving the thing, one of the guests, they liked a particular dish very much. The person who was serving me, he brought in the pot and he wants to give everything to me. I looked at the person, really. Then he understood that what he's doing something is which I don't like. I said, give that fellow the things. Because that person appreciated, so nice. But because the 2 people he had made only 5-6 pieces. But only 5 people now, there is nothing, only 1 piece is left out. He can't say it is not there. But he wants to give it to me. I said, no. That man. The person gives it to that person. Just take an example. Suppose you are unconscious eater. Like, then what will happen? Whether that fellow is getting, that fellow is not getting, the other person is getting, it doesn't matter. Oh, in my plate it should be there. Oh, right. Other, don't worry about it. Whether others get or don't get, doesn't matter. No. Only in food, in anything. You are traveling, somebody doesn't get a place, get up, give it. If you are capable. If you are sick, it's a different thing. Get up, let the person get it. No, today people have lost that etiquette. Why? If you offer somebody the place as though he is more respected and you are less respected. So you want to prove that you are important. Therefore, you are seated. The other person can be standing. Even if he is old, infirm. Basic things are gone. Why? Individualistic, individual icon. I am the best. Krura karmana, ugra. I am telling a simple example. You can do that for money, you can kill people. For sensation, you can kill people. You can do anything. Why? You don't get it. Killing does not mean taking a weapon and killing it. Spreading a gossip. It's a lovely virus, you push it in the computer. When you push the virus in the computer, what happens? Computer crashes. You want the other person's life to crash. So you put the virus. Wrong things. Lies about the other person, you spread. Talk to each other. So, other person can die. Which system you purchase? Oh, I want Apple computer. Why? Strong custom. Any virus, knock out. So which life you shall be loving? If you can stand by every virus. You can stand by anything because you are absolutely aware of yourself. Or else you shall be. Prabhavanti ugra karmana kshayaya jagato hita. Jagata ahita kshayaya bhavanti. Anything they do that destroys them and destroys others. Unconsciously. With a good intention, they destroy people. That is the ignorance. With a good intention. In the good intention of enjoyment, you are dying. With the good intentions of enjoying the sweet, you are diabetic. With good intention of you are enjoying the drink, you are drunkard, alcoholic. With good intention of making money, you are obsessed with money. They don't know. The person will be lost. Kshayaya jagato ahitaha jagat ahita. And good for a curse to themselves, a curse to others. Why? Because, read. Kamam asritya duspuram dambhamana madanvitaha mohat gruhitva sadgrahan pravartante shuchibrataha chintam aparameyam che pralayantam upasritaha kamopabhoga parama etavaditi nischitaha kamamashritya duspuram dambhamana madanvitaha mohat gruhitva sadgrahan pravartante suchivrataha chintam aparimeyam che pralayantam upasritaha kamopabhoga paramaha etavaditi nischitaha. So these people, those who have thus lost touch with themselves, but are based on the sensations, asusu, praneshu, indriyeshu ramante, those who revel in the prana, pranic activities, the sense organs of action, and the whole world, sense object. That is the field of their, that is their enjoyment field. They think that shall make me happy. Kamamasritya, duspuram kamamasritya, they taking refuge in kama, desire, with duspuram, which cannot be satiated. Duspuram, the kama which cannot be satisfied. Asritya, duspuram. Duspuram means asakya puranam. Where you are, it is incapable, these desires are such, you cannot fulfill them all. But that is how it is. Insatiable desires, one after another coming up. Why? Because the disease of ignorance. Desires are the symptoms of the disease of ignorance. What is the ignorance? Ignorance about myself, that I am the happiness. When I lose sight of that fact that I am the happiness, and I cannot stand unhappiness at any time, in order to remove that unhappiness, naturally the next projection is desires. Avidya, kama. Because of the ignorance of yourself, not knowing I am the happiness, naturally you look for happiness, and these desires are suggestions. If I can get this, I will be happy. Now how many suggestions will come? Billions suggestions. That is why into the market, new gadgets. What is the new gadget? Everything promises you happiness. Radio will make you happy. Television will make you happy. Then 2-in-1, radio and television. Then 3-in-1, radio, tape recorder, television. Then radio. And then now this cell phone. Huh? What is the cell phone now? From simply listening, it has gone into oof. So many things. Yesterday I was watching somebody has sent a clip. They have, I think I should send it up, you should see that it's a 60 sense development. Because of somehow they have carried something in like a computer, just tying it down there. With their hands, he makes that frame, the picture comes. It's like you cannot believe. You must see it somewhere in the TV, or you must send it to somebody so you can see it in the office. You must see that. Amazing things happening in computer nowadays. You don't need a camera for a photograph. Just frame, create your frame, photograph comes. You do like this, letter is written. As you like. And if you put colors also, colors will come. Strange things. But that is what it is. God knows where it will lead. Think. All that for what? Convenience. Convenience for what? Happiness. Convenience, so that I will be more comfortable, so that I can be more happy. We cannot think, friends. We cannot dismiss the beauty of the drugs, the life-saving drugs. We cannot dismiss the utility of a nice car, nice house, air conditioning. We cannot dismiss the utility of so many amazing discoveries of the contemporary society. But ultimately, ask the same question that the caveman asked, am I going to be happy? You cannot lose yourself in these billion discoveries. Never lose that lone, quiet voice inside you, which reminds you of your emptiness. You can surround yourself with a billion gadgets. You can surround yourself with the most beautiful men, most beautiful women, most handsome men. Living things. You can surround yourself with non-living, luxurious products. Ultimately ask that one single simple whisper inside, am I happy? And the day you are dying, none of these things will mean anything. You are sick. Imagine, you are sick. Yesterday I went to the hospital. I saw our, Anand also, he is in the hospital. You must have seen that place. In the same room, 30, 40 people. Very, it's a nice place for good people, good place for so many people are being served. But imagine a person who had the best job in the world, gone around the world, best of everything, 5-star living, can afford anything. Now suddenly in a situation when you are lying down, one among 30, 40 people in a general ward, no ventilation, totally hot. There are maybe 10 million sitting in the bank. What do you do? Think of it. Think of it. Millions in the bank means nothing when your life is challenged. Understand? Same thing, you are miserable, unhappy. Forget, you are not physically disabled, but you are mentally disabled, unhappy, miserable. Tons of gold everywhere, millions of things waiting for you in the bank. But inside, miserable. What will happen? Duspuram kam. This is what happens. We should not dismiss the discoveries of the contemporary society. It has definitely made the life meaningful. Or else we'll be shouting, no. Can we be meeting each other here? Which country I am from, which state I am from, which state you are from, what countries you are from, how do you come if there is no plane? There is no ship. How do you talk to so many people together if this amplifier is not there? So many conveniences. And they're all beauty, nothing wrong. This is extension of my mouth. I shout, but this shouts it a little more, amplifies. I see, telescope. I hear, sophisticated sound instruments. I walk, extension of a car, plane, anything. So extensions of physical body doesn't solve your internal problem. Are you getting that point, please? Your body is extended. Where your eyes cannot reach, telescope reaches. Where your feet cannot go, car can take you, plane can take you. Where your skin cannot protect, dresses will protect. But the fact remains, these are all extensions of the body. But the little whisper again continues. I'm unhappy, I'm insecure. Because if the body was dying, now I have covered it up with 100 pairs of clothes. The body inside is growing, aging, dying. That doesn't stop. My fear of death of the body or the changing of the body or the aging of the body will not go by dresses. My fear of loneliness will not go away because of my involvement with sights, sounds, touches, smells. So however much you may discover, right in the midst of billions and trillions of things, you are a lonely person. That is why kamam asritya duspuram. You can do anything you like. What it shall bring you? Dambha. Dambha mana madannitaha. It shall bring you, because the person loses himself in these perceptions or in these acquisitions, possessions. Dambha. Who is there like me? Dambha. Pride. Darpa. Pride. Dambha. False confidence. Madannitaha. Total obsessiveness. That is what you see today. Rich man doesn't care for anybody. When everybody cares for money, why the rich man will care for you? Understand? Why the rich man will care for you? Everybody cares for money. Think. Yes. Dambhamana madannitaha. Then, mohad gruhitva asadgrahan. Mohan gruhitva asad mohan. Because of the delusion, asadgrahan gruhitva. Asadgraha means that which is sat existing, that is yourself is happiness. That is the sat. That is the absolute. Asat means when you look for a happiness where it is not. Except yourself, the rest of the universe shall disappoint you, because either your hand will be lost or the things will drop. This flower is very nice, beautiful. After some time, either the flower will fade away or my hands will die. I cannot hold the flower anymore. In the world, that is what will happen. Asad graha. Graha means crocodile. Holding on to this crocodile of a ever-changing sense object, the person wants to cross this ocean of samsara. It's like holding onto a shark's tail. You want to cross the ocean. He will eat you quickly. Holding onto a body which is continuously dying, you want to be immortal. I have given you that example. Like an iceberg. Iceberg is continuously melting. Think. Suppose you are sinking. Just an example. You are sinking. Somehow you managed to reach near a big iceberg. And it was a sloping thing. Somehow it was very slippery, but somehow you managed to got up. Appa. Now you are lying down on the top of the iceberg. You are now breathing, enjoying your life. Lovely moonlight, sunlight, everything, and you are going. You are forgetting it's continuously melting. And the whole iceberg starts melting, and then one day melts away. That time, water again. That water from you came, riding the iceberg. Now suddenly you are going back to that water. What will happen? Now this body is an iceberg of elements. Holding on to this element, we are enjoying sunshine of life, moonshine of life, but it's continuously melting away. You are riding an iceberg in the water of sansar. And when it melts, our body will, one day, what happens? You don't know. Such a body is not afraid of melting. Body is not afraid of dying. I am afraid of dying. Who is that I? Don't know. Tasmat. You hold on to everything and you have a delusion. With all these things, I can sustain myself. Doctors will protect me. Doctors are dying. Medicines will protect me. Yes, medicines will protect you. They'll cure the disease. Side effect will kill you. Nowadays it's happening. People are not dying out of disease. They are dying out of side effect. Just like that. Ignorance is the disease. The knowledge, the objective knowledge you are getting, that will not kill you. The side effect, ahankar, will kill you. Ahankar, bhavat. So hold on to that. Holding on to that. Ahankar itself is the first untruth, the first lie you are holding on. And thereafter, extension to the whole world. Holding on to that asat-gruhat, pravartante asuchi brataha. They go on living as they like. No suchi, meaning no discrimination, no right thinking. Why are you doing this? How does it matter? I see, I hear. Some people take pleasure in just hitting people. What they call in America, wilding. In a Central Park in America, those days it was, the media also puts it up. Wilding, 3-4 people going, suddenly they feel like beating up somebody, they beat up somebody. What is this? Just for pleasure. What can you talk? Asuchi vrata. Eating, just eat. Do this. Teach a girl, teach a girl. Teach a boy, teach a boy. Teach somebody. Anything you like do, you do it. Asuchi vrata. Such people, however the life will be, chintam aparameyam che pralayantam upaj aparimeyam chintam abada. Na parimatum sakyade. They will have thoughts, anxieties which cannot be measured. Anxiety in life, aparimeya chinta. A pure description of the modern man. Aparameya chinta. Immeasurable, unfathomed anxiety, unfathomable anxiety, emotions. How long? Pralayantam upasita. Until the body dies, the fellows are worried. Are you listening something familiar? Think of it, please. How the average man passes through life is a wonder. It's just like today, for every little something when you are using your cell phone, sometimes you start thinking, man, how was you living without telephone, cell phone 10 years back? There was no cell phone, how was you living my life? Like that, when you get this knowledge, you start wondering, how does anybody live without this knowledge? Because the other side of it is absolutely stunning, overpowering. Aparimeya chinta, anxiety. Endless anxiety. It never ends. Because I'm unhappy. So you are in the grip of one thought or the other. You shall be. You cannot escape. That is why your types of problems change, but the problems don't change. Your moods go on changing. Understand? Chinta parameyacha pralayantam vatak. Why is it so? Kama upabhoga parama etavaditi nischita. When they have got one decisive thinking, this is the one, they are absolutely sure of this. What is that? This is their conclusion. What is that? Kama upabhoga parama. Kama upabhoga, enjoying the pleasures, desires, pleasures of every kind. Especially kama means here lust. Here the lust stands for every pleasure. Sabda, sparsha, rupa, rasa, gandha. Sounds, touches, taste, smell, sight. But as we have already discussed, these two things, food and sex, very powerful, very powerful. All the senses are involved. There are coming new people who will be listening to all this in the Tattvada classes. It will all come after tomorrow, day after tomorrow, I will describe. Just think of it. Kama upabhoga parama. Kama upabhoga iti parama yasya. For whom that is the parama purushartha. What is your ultimate goal in life? I had the best fruit there, or I had the best, chicken there. What is the best chicken? One fellow, you want to listen a joke? You don't like it? Okay. One fellow goes to a restaurant and he orders one chicken cutlet. And this fellow says, all right, give him chicken cutlet. Then he eats that chicken, it's chewy, 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 stupid, no taste. This man complains, this is chicken cutlet? This is like a blotting paper. This is stupid. You are mixing up some meat in this. And the person says, no, we don't do it. Then he said, no, it is mixed. And they find, that person takes it and they taste it out. There is chicken. Horse meat added into chicken. So in that cutlet is taken to the court. So the man says, the judge asks, are you doing that? Now it is found out, so what can he say? He said, yes, we do it. What do you do? How much you mix? 50-50. He says, what do you mean 50-50? 1 horse to 1 chicken. So in 1 cutlet, how much you get? 50-50. Ishvara. This is how people, the sensation, for sensation, they will do anything. No problem. Some people are stuck on food. Some people stuck on dress. Some people stuck on sex. Some people stuck on music. Some people stuck. Don't say. Some people. Look at yourself. Make your list. What is that you are stuck on? Suppose you say, I am unstuck. Oh, wonderful. Happy with yourself. Other things, they are excellent. Not they are fantastic. You shall be a different person. Why? Only preoccupied mind, obsessed mind cannot engage itself in any activity. That is why, please remember, even that is why, remember Tattvada classes, Swadharma Anushthana eva, doing one's own duty. When you don't do your duty? Only when you are obsessed. Somebody tells you, hey, can you do these things, please? Preoccupied, therefore, cannot. If you are not preoccupied, yes. When? Now. When are you ready? Ever. Only preoccupied mind will not do. Try it out, sir. That is why left to yourself will be such a lazy bone, your living will be useless. In a group, a lazy man can escape. When you leave the person alone, he will die. But a lazy person can live at the cost of other people. That is why the moment you discover lazy bones, ask them to sit down under a tree. It's like, sometimes you should do that. Sometimes in kitchen it happens. Without telling, people go for outside. If I feel like eating today, I don't eat. If I don't eat, I eat. If I don't go, I don't eat. Next day, when they come, the kitchen should tell them, no food, because we didn't know whether it will come or not. Our trouble is, when I come, I should get it. When I don't come, it should be wasted, right? There should be some sense of responsibility should be there. Time. How many times you will say? Why? Preoccupied. Therefore cannot come in time. What happens? Between 12 to 1, 12 to 1. Preoccupied. Why go? Okay, go. Don't tell. So tomorrow when you come in the food time, there should be no food. Why? We didn't know whether it will come or not. Then how will you feel? Huh? How can they do that? Yesterday you did it. You don't remember? Oh, sorry. Understand? The idea, you must see it very clearly. Because when it comes to your mistakes, you are so accommodative. Oh, no problem. Other people's mistake, chop, 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 chop. Dangerous, dangerous. Why? Aparimeya chinta. Kama apohog para. So look at yourself. What is the thing you are stuck on? Oh, I don't have any sense pleasure. Only thing I like is laziness. Enough. If you are lazy, you are the worst fellow. Because that is you are stuck on. Incapable of doing anything. No enthusiasm for living. Kama upabhoga parama. Etavad nishya. That is their firm conclusion. That sensation, pleasure, desires, all pleasure I should get. Person becomes disappointed in life. And for that, when you think of it, if each person is obsessed with something, what will happen? In a group of 5 billion people, each one is obsessed with something, what will happen? It will be a painful life in the whole universe. Miserable people. Understand? Please think of it. Etavad nishchita. And such people, what happens to them? Read it, we'll see it in the afternoon. Asha pasa satir vaddhaha kama krodha parayanaha ihante kama bhogartham anyayena sanchayan idam adyamaya labdham idam prapsye manoratham idam astidam apime bhavishyanti bhavishyati punardhanam. Now such people, just this is the, what these verses are written, you can see many people, embodiment of these verses. Keeping those fellows, these are a description, understand. These descriptions are the people, exactly embodiment of this description you can see in the world today. Asha pasha satairi vaddha, tied down by noose of hundreds of cravings, desires. Asha pasha. Pasha means a bondage. Noose, trap. Asha pasa, asa eva pasa. The noose of desires. Cravings of many kinds. Cravings. Now look at inside you. That is why when you see that, don't say, Swamiji, that fellow craves for this, that fellow craves. No. Don't worry about others for God's sake. Be very selfish. Look at yourself. Don't be generous in analyzing other people. It is a waste of time. I have given you the example. When you are driving a car, you don't keep other people's car under control. Your car you keep under control. In your life, keep your life under your control. You can't control other people's life. If you want to keep other people's life under control, you are a control freak. Waste of a time. Like religious, theological do's and don'ts. It's all for others. The person who is speaking, he no problem. Understand? Asha, pasa, satir. Look at yourself. How many such things, such thoughts cravings you have in you, by which you are shackled, you are trapped in it. Look at yourself. How many such traps in which you are trapped inside? As a result, your life is such a load. You are shackled, bound, and you are struggling inside. Your body cannot move. Can you imagine that picture of that? A shackled man, hands tied, legs shackled, hands and legs, and is moving. How does he move? Clumsy, painful movement when you are shackled inside with so many cravings, clumsy, painful movement through life. Asha pasa satirvata. And tasmat kama krodha parayana. And therefore you shall be inevitably riddled with the kama and krodha, desires of all kinds, anger, insatiable anger. Because your every desire not fulfilled is like a short fuse. Your every expectations not met explodes like a bomb. More expectations, more explosions. If you are continuously exploding, you know what it means. You have got that Chinese bomb, that Chinese cracker. During the Diwali time, they have this, put it 1,000 crackers. So inside they are continuously exploding. Angry, angry, angry. This ahankar, you understand, this I, is such a thing, It takes offense to everything. How can I be told what to do? How can I be, I am this person and somebody telling me like that? I see. I'm not here to listen to anybody. I know what is right. I know what is wrong. I see. Think of it. I don't need to be taught. I know everything. Otherwise, it'll come. Description. Ahankaras. When you listen to this, you shall see how unconsciously, if one such mood comes and prevails, there will be a block. You can't listen anymore, you can't interact anymore. One block, just one block. How can somebody tell me like that? Finished. After that, everything bounces back. But you are holding one particular emotion of yours as very sacred, very valuable, very precious. Oh, I was shaken on the Ganges bank in a mountain or in a stone top. And that is my most memorable moment of my life. Then you come to a class and I blast it off. How do you say? What will you feel? This fellow thinks too much of himself. As though he is the only one knowing it. What does he know? Only words. Sit down in a stone, then you'll find what it is. What can you do? Blast. The person will not appreciate. That you must go into yourself, understand what it is. Kama krodha parayana. Always angry, always short-tempered, always miserable, always reacting. Short fuse, asura. Always resisting, totally, always resisting. To relax, understand, to relax outside, you must be totally relaxed inside. If you know who you are so relaxed, when none of your moods, none of your thoughts ever touch you, nothing in the universe shall touch you. Why? For the universe to announce itself must be a thought. And you are absolutely at ease with every thought of yours. When you are relaxed, who can create problem for you? When you are tense, other people can make you more tense. Understand? Are you getting that point, please? When you are tense, other people can make you more tense. Because you are already got it. It's like the butter. When you go on churning, have you seen? Where do we see all these things nowadays? At childhood, I know that my mother will be doing that when there will be a ghee, that curd pot, and they will be churning that to bring out the butter. And the children, I remember, will be crouching there, waiting for that butter to come. But the butter doesn't come. You have to wait for the butter to come, so that butter comes a little. But the butter is so good, fresh butter, nothing like it. Then we'll be waiting for that. It doesn't come. Then suddenly one yellow thing rises, because going on churning. Then around that it goes on adding. Whoa! Your anger is like that. When you have churned yourself enough, and anger is there a little, everything gets driven now, dragged. Everybody's anger comes to you, no problem. Because you are angry. Suppose in you there is no anger, nobody can create it. Listen carefully. You put that water, water, strike a match and throw it. What will happen? The fire will be extinguished. Put petrol and put it. Boom. Why? Petrol is combustible. Therefore you can set the whole thing into fire. Water is non-combustible. You cannot do anything. In you, if there is water of emotions, nothing can ignite. If you have the diesel, you have the petrol of anger, of course, boom, everything in you. So when somebody says, you idiot, suppose another person, you idiot, really, thank you. Why? I know who I am. I am not listening to your commentary. Are you getting that point? If you have the water of it, other people will be more angry. Because as much they are putting to set fire, nothing is happening to you. When they are going on putting it in, but you are not reacting, you are not getting angry, then they will be climbing the wall. What type of person is he? Doesn't listen to anything. So until the person gets angry, you want to, you go on doing it. Nothing happens. Then you feel frustrated. Understand? If you say, other people make me angry, you are just telling a lie, you are passing on the responsibility. It is in you. Therefore, boom, it comes. Can you function? Can you handle without yourself exploding? That is the secret. That is the Daivi Sampat. Daivi Sampat is yourself totally cool, but outside you are handling the fire. Asura Sampat is anybody can set fire in you. Boom, it bursts. Then to calm you down, it takes another 100 days, or so many people, or so many things. Then you have to do the archana, birthana, you are wonderful, nobody is like you, you are the best. Now cooling down. Are you getting that? When somebody, what is the puja? The puja means what? Your graha shanti. Planets are in bad. So people who believe in astrology, ASSTROLOGY, people who believe in astrology. So naturally, this is a graha shanti. The planets are in a bad position, they must be quietened. Sunny, you are wonderful. Shukra, you are wonderful. Nobody like you. Like that. So one fellow, now this graha is Ashanta. Ashanta graha. This man of a planet is now terribly disturbed. Now what do? You have to do the Graha Shanti. How do you do? Oh, Sunny likes tilam, that sesamam. So give sesamam. Mangala likes laddu, so give laddu to him. So you find out what this person likes. Oh, he likes banana. One bunch of banana. I brought for you only. Oh, really? Anger goes down a little. Now food is served. Come. You are the first one to be served. Oh, VIP. Another anger little goes down. Then you're serving, everybody gets a little katori of payasam, you get the full katori. Look at that. And down. Graha Shanti. If you have few idiots like that around, your life is enough. You understand? So look at yourself. Are you a Ashanta Graha? Ishvara. Trapped inside. When you are trapped inside, you will try to take many people into the trap. It's so lonely in a trap, no? So lonely in a trap. So you want everybody else to come with you. Anger, hatred. So make other people miserable. If the person is smart, he will not be part of your misery. He keeps off. So that you are thoroughly miserable, more miserable. Then, Asa pasa satirivadha kama krudha prana, which is in the afternoon. Ihante kama bhogartham anyayana artha sancha. Ihante, chestante. The whole life is a continuous struggle. Whole life is a continuous struggle. Ihante. For what? Kama bhogartham. All for lust, passion, jealousy, sensation, whole the time. Importance. Never the person knows a moment of rest in himself. Okay? That is all asura sampad. Why? Your life begins based on your identification with prana, sense organs of actions, sensations. If your life is based on happiness absolute, Daivi sampad. Close your eyes.